Alright, hello guys. So today I would like to present about the tropical rainforest. So what is the tropical rainforest? Tropical rainforest is the most ecological rich of the Earth's biomes. So where do you guys think the location of the tropical rainforest? So as you guys can see the green color, yeah, that green color, this one, the principal areas of tropical seasonal forest or monsoon forests are in India, the Myanmar, Vietnam, southern coastal China region, and eastern Brazil. So if you guys see, most of the tropical forest is at the equator. Okay, so the next one is I'm going to talk about the nutrient cycle. So what is the tropical seasonal nutrient cycle? So the tropical seasonal forest nutrient cycle is rapid. The hot damp condition on the forest floor allow for the rapid decomposition of that plant material. This provides plentiful nutrients that are easily absorbed by plant roots. However, as these nutrients are high demand from the rainforest, many growing plants, they do not remain in the soil for so long and stay close to the surface of the soil. If vegetation is removed, for the soils quickly become infertile and vulnerable to erosion. If the rainforest is cleared for agricultural, it will not make very good farmland as the soil will be not rich in nutrients. So as you can guys see in this rainforest nutrient cycle, this is how the cycle become. Alright, the next one is rainforest water cycle. So what is rainforest water cycle? The roots of plants take up water from the ground and the rain is intercepted as it falls. Much of it at the canopy level. As the rainforest heats up, the water evaporates into the atmosphere and forms cloud to make the next day's rain. This is convectional rainfall. So as you guys can see in my left hand side, first it goes like heavy daily conventional rain, and then tree intercept rain, some rain reaches the ground, trees take up the water, and then water evaporates, and then the cycle continue again. So that is how the rainforest water cycle. Okay, so for the relative productivity of the rainforest, there is high NPP, which is estimated to account for 40% of the productivity in terrestrial ecosystem. So, while the trend in gross primary productivity and net primary productivity in tropical ecosystem, variations in solar radiation to a lesser extent, temperature and precipitation explain most interannual variation in GPP. On the other hand, temperature followed by solar radiation primarily determine variation in NPP. The next one, I would like to talk about the limiting factor in the tropical seasonal forest. So, the limiting factor that I found is the sunlight. So, sunlight is the main limiting factors in the rainforest. The tall trees, the tall trees creates a dense canopy which limits the amount of sunlight that reaches the forest floor. As a result, only plants that can tolerate this type of shape will grow there. So the plants at the forest floor couldn't receive enough sunlight for their photosynthesis and so on. Okay, so the next one is biodiversity. Tropical rainforests are the most biologically diverse terrestrial ecosystem in the world. So, as you know, like we should be proud that we have the tropical rainforest in our country. So, the tropical rainforest is the world's largest tropical rainforest. It is home around 40,000 plant species, nearly 1,300 bird species, 3,000 types of fish, sorry, 427 species of mammals, and 2.5 million different insects. So, the tropical seasonal forest is truly an ecological kaleidoscope full of colorful sights and sound. This is example of adaptation that I found for the animal adaptation is based on the structural, the camouflage in thick greenery or shadows, webbed limbs to glide across trees, while behavioral, climbing and living in trees, nocturnal lifestyle to avoid what is that? Sorry, to avoid heat. Okay, so for example, another example of animal adaptation is camouflage, mimicry, having a limited diet, poisonous. Okay, the next one is the plant adaptation. So as you can see there, the plant adaptation is shallow roots because of shallow and moist soil, and then the waxy coating to protect leaves from fungus and bacteria that thrive in wet areas. And then the next one is the broad leaves that absorb the little sun that gets through the canopy of trees. Before humans started destroying the rainforest, they covered 15% of the Earth's land area. Today, they cover less than 3% out of 6 million square miles. Or we can conclude that 15 million square kilometers of tropical rainforest that once existed worldwide. The disappearance of forest is called deforestation. As population has grown, the demand for land and timber have grown greater. So the demand deforestation has accelerated. Current rates of deforestation amount to about 6 million hectares a year. So forests are destroyed for a number of reasons. So as you guys can see behind my background is the deforestation. It's kind of sad for me because of the greediness of human. It makes our earth become shorter in life. So forests are destroyed for a number of reasons such as the growth of population in countries with rainforests and increase in worldwide demand for tropical hardwoods has put a greater strain on the rainforest. Soya plantation in South America, for example, palm oil plantation in Malaysia, for example, mining, hydroelectric dams in South America. So that are some kind of threats we found in the tropical seasonal forest. I think that's all from me. We will look for Ama.
Hello guys. Oh, I'm from the Siberia here and it's very cold outside. So yeah, shout out to Banting, right? Thank you. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. So today I'm going to present about the temperate forest. So basically, as you guys can see behind my back, this is a photo of a temperate forest. So basically, temperate forest is located in the temperate zone. So as you guys can see, this is the temperate zone. This one and this one. So typically, in the climate in the temperate zone, typically we have winters that often reach below freezing. However, even this is not always true. The East Coast forests retain their deciduous nature largely due to excessive freezing days each winter, as the leaves often freeze over are only designed to live for one season. Milder areas such as the southern coast of British Columbia, where the average winter lows are above freezing, often have evergreen rainforests. It's like this one, the evergreen rainforest, and this one is the winter. So as you can see behind me, this is the nutrient cycle in the temperate forest. So basically, what differentiate? I give you a moment to see. Let's see. So going on. So what differentiate the nutrient cycle in the temperate forest compared to other tropical rainforests? So basically, the nutrient cycle in the temperate forest is much slower. This is because the soil nutrient is quite large due to the input of nutrients from the weathered rock below the surface combined with nutrients transferred from the little layer through decomposition. Also, the uptake of nutrients is slow due to the growing season lasting for only part of the year. Leaching removes nutrients from the soil. So,
The nutrient cycle is slower in the tropical rainforest as temperatures are not as high, so decomposition is slower and there is less rainfall. Deciduous woodlands also have shorter growing season as there is less biomass and rates of nutrient uptake by vegetation is lower than the tropical rainforest. So, yeah. Going on to the relative productivity of temperate forest. So, the total biomass in temperate deciduous forest is therefore about 119 to 380 metric tons per hectare. So, for temperate forest, gross primary productivity is estimated at 16 to 50 metric tons per hectare per year. So while the net primary productivity is approximately to 10 metric tons per hectare per year. So going on to the limiting factors, which is mostly commonly or among all forests, is water and nutrient. So basically, lack of rainfall, and less nutrient is a very limiting factors for the forest. So going to the biodiversity in the temperate forest, the temperate forest contains many species of plants and animals, some which can be seen on the cycles or the food web and trophic pyramids pages. The amount of species compared to the total numbers of organisms in an ecosystem is known as its biodiversity. Fortunately, most temperature deciduous forests have a very high biodiversity index. This is because the biome house is a very high density of plant life. This high density forest contains a countless numbers of species of deciduous trees, which also house of countless numbers of animal species. Okay, so some of the example of the animal is frogs and spiders. While for plants, the big plants is redwood tree, which can live up to thousands of years, and the little plant, which is the blueberry. So what about their adaptation? So as we can see, for animals, their adaptation is that they migrate and hibernate during the winter. And for plants, they have thin, broad, lightweight leaves that can capture a lot of sunlight to make a lot of food for the tree in warm weather when the weather gets cooler. The broad leaves cause too much water loss and can be weighed down by too much snow, so the tree drops its leaves. So last but not least, we are going to see the problems that is facing the temperate forest. So number one problems that is facing the temperate forest is none other than the climate change. So with climate change comes many more problems, which is the flooding, wildfires, storms, insect outbreaks, drought, and air and water pollution. So climate change is something that we really need to take care about. And I think that is all about the temperate forest, and that is all from me. And thank you. See ya.